Are you happy? Do you feel like you're reaching a goal? Do you feel like you're achieving something? Are you trying to seek purpose? Do you feel like life has a meaning? I recently got so ill that I almost passed away, and it made me really look at life differently. This isn't the first time that I've had a completely different outlook on things, but I really need to change what's going on for me at the moment. And it really made me wake up, and then made me realize I've been asleep for so long, just on autopilot, letting things just happen and go on by, and going with the flow of things, and not really feeling attached to anything at all. Feeling really disassociated, like an NPC, like a autonomous robot. I really want to change that. I want to wake up. I want to be active. I want to get back in control of things, get back in the driver's seat. And that's also driven by the fact that it's getting so expensive to live, and I have to rent a house, and the bills are insane, and everything keeps getting more expensive, and the food is getting more expensive. And I remember I was just laying in bed and having this vision of where I wanted to be in life at this point, and saw myself on a farm with a donkey, a dog, chickens, possibly even like a family, and like having my own off-grid sustainable farm, and like doing what I want to be doing, like doing artwork, creating things, like doing carpentry, I don't even know, like acrobatics or just scuba diving, and really living out my dreams. And the reality was I was so broke that I had to go back to work, and at work I was having to empty out a bin to compress all the rubbish down, and I'm breaking these cardboard boxes, I'm breaking these wooden boxes down, and at the bottom of this bin is this giant deer carcass, and it's just filled up with maggots, and it's rotting, and the stench is overwhelming. And I'm there, and I have to get it out and sort it out, and it's the most disgusting thing. And it really made me realize, this is really what I want to be doing. This is really what life is about. The funny thing about life, I feel like we're here just to experience all that there is, and to go through all the different emotions at the different severity levels and levels of intensity. And this is what life is. But I feel like I'm just experiencing all of the lows right now, and I want to get back onto those highs. I'm gonna do a lot. I feel like I've really just been on autopilot, just a drone, an NPC, just getting sucked into things that are just draining my life of meaning. I'm feeling like I don't have a purpose, and there's no goal being achieved. There's just sapping my life away. I'm just becoming like watch time and a viewer of life. So I want to try and start to employ some meaningful hobbies and activities into my life. I'm going to try and, although I work really late, I'm going to try and get up early and start getting, I haven't worked out in months. I want to get back into fitness. I want to get back into working out. I want to start being creative again. I've started drawing again over the past few days. I've started drawing. It's been fun. It's been pretty bad, but I'm improving slowly. I want to get into carpentry. I want to start making things again. I want to start improving, getting better. I could be doing so many things that I'm just giving my life away, just because it's easy to give in and to be lazy and to do nothing. But I want to do so much more. I mean, it's so good to do nothing and be lazy. It feels so nice, but it's so bad. Living a life of comfort, it feels good, but like you leave nothing behind, and you don't ever feel really fulfilled. It's like you've just got this empty pit, and you just keep trying to dig lower, and like you keep digging and digging, trying to find something, trying to find the thing at the bottom. But then you look up and you realize how deep in despair you really are. It's like you're just constantly scrolling to the bottom, trying to find the thing that would just make it all worth it. But you never actually get there. You never find that thing, because you're just giving your whole essence of being away. We're all just bundles of time, and you can spend that time towards being creative and having an impact in the world, or just being something, or being known for something, or just creating something outside of yourself that can last a bit longer than you can, or that can inspire others, or can have an impact on others, and you can save people's lives and have fantastic interactions with people. Or you can just sit back and watch satisfying video compilations on YouTube. I mean, those are the different paths we have, and one sounds a lot better than the other. And it's gotten to the point where I really need to come up with new ways of making money, because it's really not cutting it. But I'm going to be the best version of myself. I'm going to start exercising. I'm going to start journaling. I'm going to start planning. I'm going to start increasing my efficiency. I'm going to create different channels, different avenues. I'm going to explore new things. I'm going to get into photography. I'm going to get into filmmaking. I'm going to get into coding. I want to get into making music. I feel like I'm just this bundle of ideas. There's so many different avenues, but it's so hard just to get into one. It's like I just keep creating more lanes to go down, but instead of going down one, I just create more options. And it's like like analysis paralysis. It's like you're creating all these things that you could possibly do, and then you're overwhelmed by the huge wave of things. It's like you just start thinking about all the different things you could be doing with your life, and you have all these options, and then there's so many to choose from. You can't choose one, and so you don't choose any, and then you just go back to watching YouTube videos because it's so easy and simple. And there are so many different lanes of thinking, like just relying on some external force that is there for your protection, and so you go through life thanking that being and hoping that it will protect you and one day take you somewhere else. And then there's the other idea that we're all just in this cycle. You can improve yourself so then you can eventually improve others, and becoming the best version of yourself is the best way to help other people. I'm more in that camp of thinking. I feel like we're all the same person. We're all the same essence of being. We're all just points floating in space. The whole meaning of us being here is to experience all the different levels and intensity of emotions and feelings and thoughts and ideas. Go for all the different highs and lows, and each time we come in from this different viewpoint, this different stance, this different version of it. There's different traits, different characteristics, and we're all just the same person. We're all just the same essence of being in the cycle. We're all just space dust. All of our abilities and limitations, strengths and weaknesses. And I want to improve myself. I want to get to a better place. I want to get on it. I want to get better. I want to improve. Now, the only way to stick to actually doing these things, improving in your life, is accountability. That is something or someone that will hold you accountable of achieving your goals. And what that means is when you want to give up, or when you start wavering, someone that will make you get back on path, get back on track, and help guide you back towards what you should be doing. When you're not meeting the requirements, something that will keep you in check to make sure you are reaching your targets. Now, it's very hard to get someone to do that for you. Most people aren't accountable to themselves, so you can't rely on them to be accountable for you. Although it is a lot easier to judge other people than to judge yourself. So you have to find that within yourself. You have to create your own motivation. Find the things that can drive you and that can force you to be better. You find conditions that really rile you up and get you excited and get you angry and get you anxious, and can turn that energy into a positive wave of improvement. Try and use a swing to get your lows back into highs. Hold yourself accountable. Get really riled up about where you are, where you're at, and try and use that to push forwards. I have worked really hard just to stay at level, and I want to use that hard work and grit to push on. The hardest thing when you're doing something by yourself is just to get at that motivation, to get that drive to keep going forward. You can just start feeling so lazy when you don't have someone in charge of you. You can just let things go and it feels like it doesn't matter. And the hardest thing is to stay focused and stay accountable to yourself. So I'm going to try my hardest. It's funny because I did this a year ago and it really didn't. I even said I was going to post weekly videos and it really didn't go well. I started working on this video about Elon Musk and it started being like hours long, and I was working on it for weeks, which turned into months. And I just ended up hating the end result because I was just despising the person at the end, and I couldn't read the script and stay concentrated for like 3 hours, and it would just turn into a monotonous drone of information. It started to get depressing, and it just turned into me just hating him and just really not liking him at all. And it was just, I just felt like it was a giant sink of time. Then I tried to turn it into some sort of short form idea, and that didn't really work out because I just kept trying to include more information because I had this perfect driver of I want more, I want it to be better, and I just kept bloating it out until I became so upset, and so I just couldn't stand seeing it and thinking about it anymore. I just threw it away and I just disregarded the whole thing. And I could have driven myself to insanity of like with a sunken cost fallacy of thinking I spent so much time on this and I put so much effort into this, I must finish this. But I just knew it would have taken me to the edge, and I just had to let it go because it was just driving me crazy. And then I ended up just completely taking over my whole wave of motivation, and it just sunk it into the ground. So I think this year, what I've learned is I'm gonna I can say this and I could just never make a video again, and it's so ridiculous that it's like back when I was a kid when we make Minecraft videos and we'd be like, oh, we're gonna make like a weekly upload schedule, and I would upload on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and then they never post a video again. Probably what's going to happen, but I'm going to really try and keep myself accountable and push on. But I'm going to try and post, just keep it. I'm going to try and keep it simple and keep it really achievable in the beginning, and then hopefully we can go somewhere from there. But I'm thinking just short videos, just short form videos, like 2-3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. Just a snapshot of like the day's not going to be that interesting. Like I'm not really going to be getting up to much, so just like maybe just like a video journal and just keep it really short, keep it really cut down. So I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and hold myself accountable. And maybe if this gets a following, then maybe you guys can hold me accountable. And if I don't post every day, then I get a whole wave of people telling me what I should be doing and pushing me on. And that'd be great. So this is the moment where I'm waking up and taking a stand for myself. And I'm going to try and improve, become a better person. Tonight, I'm going to start a journal. I'm going to start writing a diary again. I'm going to have a notebook where I start writing down my thoughts, have an external brain, so I can collect myself and not just be these bundles of ideas that are just mindlessly spinning around and they come and they go and everything's really loose and I'm just floating through life feeling really detached. I'm going to try and stick with it, keep it together and crush it. I think I'm going to do really well at whatever I'm planning to do. I mean, there's so many things you can do with your life. There's so many avenues you can go down. I mean, the choices are limitless. And all you got to do is choose something and just go with it. You just got to do something. Do something with your life. Don't just sit around and do nothing. Do something. Have a great day. Have a good morning, afternoon, or night. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.